Hi everybody, welcome to day 23 of the Guardian Angels Messages and Light Language Healing Activations. Today we have two angels very focused on stepping into your soul purpose, seeing the higher truth, seeing the map forward, and finding the keys and codes to help you move forward cleanly, clearly, with focus on that path. It's definitely a continuation from the last one. We have the dimensional shifts card again, very beautiful transmission today. So the structure of these readings is that we'll go through each angel, what they bring and what they're about. We'll go through the cards that have come through to work with. Then we will actually call in the angels and do a healing transmission. So here we go. So the first angel is Reyoyo, the rescuer god. The dates of August 13 to 17, sign of Leo, choir of dominations. Associations and qualities: protection from enemies, evil and spells. Comfort, health and quick recovery from illness. Liberation, nature, wide open spaces and high mountains. Meditation and self-study. Trust, global vision, search for truth. Conception, realization and production. Divine work, bond with spiritual guides. So the second angel is Wahewa, the voice of God. March 21 to 25, sign of Aries, choir of seraphim. Associations and qualities of spiritual enlightenment, reasoning and introspection, calming anger, good health and healing, leadership, energy and strength, courage and audacity, success for all new creations, unprecedented and avant-garde work, removing confusion, self-worth and the value of others, concentration and focus. What I really feel coming through these two angels, what they have in common as they work together, and through the rest of the cards that they've brought through, is really this connection. So bringing in connection, divine connection, both your own connection to your guides and your higher selves, your connection, respect for yourself and your soul work and what you're here to do, and the willingness and drive and strength to step into it. Seeking the truth and being in integrity. So not making judgment or assumptions based on past knowledge or past experiences, but really digging deeper when you're feeling anger or you're feeling anything else, any fear or trepidation or issues, frustrations, and really bringing that connection to all that is, and that even extends out to the global vision, but bringing that love in and responding from that place, from integrity, finding what the truth is, bringing the truth through and responding to that, not to any assumptions or preconceived ideas. And then there's also like this removing confusion, so that helps with removing confusion as well. So talking about it, delving deeper, working through it. There's your self-work, the meditation, and then there's a lot here about, so not only valuing yourself but valuing the others in the equation, or the others around you, and extending that up to the global perspective too. Being able to concentrate on then what's important, focus on what's important and follow it through. So there's a lot about your soul work, stepping into it. There's support on the conception of it, the creation of it, the production of it. So seeing it right through to success. And especially where it's unprecedented, where you're carving out the route, where you're pioneering it, where it hasn't been done before. You're creating inroads for others to follow. Atatatita kakata tita kakata tokokoko atatatatata, and both of them also talk about going in and introspection, feeling, exploring, understanding, reasoning, getting the truth. quelling what is not the truth, dealing with it appropriately and calmly, and then making the right things happen. So the first card here from the Unveiling the Golden Age deck is Dimensional Shifts of the Crystalline. So I feel this is where it connects to the day 22 reading, the last reading last week, which also had that card in, and that was about the movement, and the last reading was all about the fast movement, the sudden movement, the ability to suddenly surge forward where there were restrictions before. So as you surge forward, check in with yourself regularly for the big picture perspective of where you're going. So again, this is like the global vision, the higher perspective, the big picture. The Chariot symbolises willpower and discipline, moving forward with strength and commitment to achieve what you've set out to do. The crystalline energy of this card wants you to stay focused. With this focus comes an inner confidence that will guide you through challenges, assist you in remaining assertive, and help you be clear about your boundaries. There's a call to be courageous, to see this endeavour as a test of your strength and not cut corners. This card signifies forward motion towards a path of liberation, and it may also imply movement in the more literal sense of travel and adventure. So that came up with the angels as well. So it was about that focused movement forward in the clear right direction and towards freedom. Removing obstacles, whether they be emotional obstacles or physical obstacles or practical obstacles. And then we've got the stone circle at the base. So that's what's coming in from above, is we're moving forward. Those are the codes we're receiving from the heavens, from our higher selves. We're moving forward. We're shifting into new paradigms, from a higher perspective, higher integrity, higher values, and we're bringing that into our life and our lifestyles and following our soul's path. So at the base of that, at the foundation of that, down on the ground in our day-to-day life, we've got take a memory trip back to the happiest moments of your youth. Allow the nostalgia of your past to delight you in the present and inspire your future. So we're creating a new present for ourselves, which obviously the work we're doing now is for future. But some of the keys are in your past. And this is also where the nature comes in, because this is connecting to a time also where the focus of communities was on connection with nature and the natural rhythms and the earth's rhythms. This card signifies revisiting the past as a montage of happy memories, rekindling a connection to the roots of your physical incarnation. It denotes harmonious cooperative relationships without expectation. Where there was challenge, now there is forgiveness. This is an invitation to reflect on the growth and inspiration that your life experience has catalysed to date. You could travel back in time with your mind's eye to revisit pivotal moments of your past, get in touch with old friends, or even create a reunion. There are codes for the present moment in these memories. This card invites you to recall what lit you up in your youth, as it may well hold the keys to the future you are dreaming in. It's a reminder that the world is a magical place, especially when we view it through the eyes of the innocent, before life lessons hardened us or we took our blessings for granted. In the image, the monolithic rocks stand together, harmoniously arranged to the interstellar alignment. They remind us that the keys for the future may well have been in the codes of the ancient past and the ones who walked the path long before us when life was attuned to the rhythm of nature. And my sense here is that when you're young, you haven't been overly influenced by the world, by traumas that you've encountered, challenges. You haven't had your hopes kind of dimmed and thwarted, and you haven't got to that point where you think, oh, it's too hard, I can't be successful at this, I don't know how. Before all of that, there were these seeds planted in you that you probably weren't conscious of, but that they were there and they were informing your desires. So, for example, as a child, you may have wanted to, say, heal everything, but you didn't know that you were a healer. You just knew that you wanted to fix everything and heal everything. And then you may have forgotten that along the road and gotten onto a more mundane track that was directed more by influence of others, or what you think is success, or what you think will support you financially and give you an abundant life, for example. So I feel like this card is saying go back to those seeds of desire that were in you before you were affected by your environment, and also remember those things that lit you up. And what I'm seeing is those butterflies in the dimensional shift cards, and butterflies are transformation. You know, they start out as those little eggs, and then they're like caterpillars, and they're living in that earthly realm, and then they get their wings and they're living in the air realm. So I'm seeing that stone circle, the small little stones in the center of that circle are those eggs. And the next row out is the caterpillar. And now this generation, or you even at this stage of your life, so this next stage, especially as now this stage that we're being informed of through all these transmissions recently, is that we're shifting up a paradigm. So we're shifting up from the caterpillar realm to the butterfly realm. We're taking it to the next level, and there's a whole different level of physics there. It's a whole different world that we've got to learn about, but we still contain that egg and that caterpillar, the experience of that, and there are codes in that to bring with us. Right, so the last one is alignment of the heart, and this is the Justice card. So those two, the dimensional shifts and the alignment of the heart, are both major arcana, the Chariot and the Justice. And the Justice is, of course, everything coming into balance now. So again, there's a focus on truth, which came through in both the angel cards. So both angels are bringing that focus on truth and responding appropriately to truth, but making the truth visible, being consciously aware of the truth. So look behind the surface to the truth of the matter. Your decisions will have consequences. So this is also about making decisions. So I feel like the Six of Portals card with the stone circle there is the past. And what from that we carry through to the future. And the dimensional shifts is where we're going. That's what we're creating. That's what we're following the map to. Which in that reality is truth, integrity, higher values, higher vision, higher relationships, higher integrity. And there's a decision to make. There's a lot of decisions in your everyday life to make to decide what you carry forward, and some things can't come with you. So are you so attached to those things that you're going to hold yourself back? Are you willing to do the work to really deepen in to what the truth is and what the integrity is, and align to that to step forward? Are you willing to follow that guidance and really listen to that guidance and action it? Like, have the courage and the focus to follow it through. So the energy of this card is about fairness and truth. It indicates that now is a time to account for your actions and check in with yourself as to where you're at with your integrity. If you've been wronged, this card's presence will bring relief. If you are creating dissonance with others or your surroundings, It indicates a chance to change your actions, as decisions that are set in motion now will have long-standing effects. Justice is the all-seeing eye. She sees between the lines. She is the compassionate. If you genuinely try your best given the circumstances, or have the honest intention of improvement, the outcome will be fair and aligned to your reprieve. This card represents an important decision and awareness of the repercussions of that decision on the well-being of yourself and others. It asks you to balance intuition with intellect. Once the decision has been made, or your actions indicate a decision, the presence of justice indicates there will not be second chances. It is best to accept the outcome and move on. So, big decisions. These decisions are important. They might seem like little small decisions as well, like lots of little small decisions in your day-to-day life, but each decision you need to bring your conscious awareness into it and understand that every decision you make, you're choosing what path you're taking in your future, in which you're creating now in the present. So I'm seeing the pool of water that is the central force in the stone circle card at the base, which is like the key to the portal. And I'm hearing centrifugal force. Centrifugal, I'm not sure if that's pushing outwards or pushing inwards from the center. Centrifugal, I think, is pushing out from the center, like those ripples. So atata titakaka 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 tokoko akatatatata atatatata titakaka tokoko. Then I'm seeing the butterfly emerging from that. Akatata titakaka titakaka ko akatata titakaka to akakaka akatata titakaka tokoko akatata akatata titakaka tokoko akakaka akatata akatata titakaka toko akatata titakaka tokoko akatata titakaka tokoko akakaka. Feeling a shift through the solar plexus and the diaphragm, the throat chakra. And I'm reminded that one of our angels is the voice of God, the Heha, atatatata titakakaka tatakoko, akatatata titakakakakaka akatotoko, akatatatatatatatakakakakaka. As I connected to that angel, really felt a surge of her energy coming through. And I can just see those hands as well in the prayer position. Akatatatata titakakato kokokokoko akakatatata akatata titakakato tokokokokoko akatatata titakakakakakaka. So I'm seeing that connecting to the thymus area, the soul seat, which is our desire to step into our soul purpose, our desire to be doing that in the world, connecting with that. That's important for us to follow through on it. So I was talking earlier about where you may have had your hopes or dreams thwarted and going to the point before that. So this stone circle card is the point before that. And I see that light in the center of that circle as that soul seat in your thymus area, where we hold that desire, that seed of what we are supposed to grow in this lifetime, in this dimension. What our place in the world is. That desire to step into our place in the world, our divine place in the world, how we fit perfectly into that matrix. And I don't mean like the 3D matrix, I mean the bigger plan, and the bigger plan is what was in the dimensional shifts card is the bigger picture, the bigger plan. So so I love how that all works together. So the seed is planted in our soul seat chakra, in our thymus area, which holds the map, which is being released as we shift through this higher portal, the map of the bigger picture, and how our gifts and our essence and our uniqueness fits into that bigger picture and the higher plan, and following that map, having the focus and the courage to follow that map into those higher values, into that higher plan, into that higher service, which ultimately brings that joy that we felt in the past, that we can remember those moments of where we felt safe, we felt supported, we felt free, and we felt in our genuine joy. Stepping into our purpose that fits perfectly in the bigger picture has the greatest feeling of joy, safety, belonging, and a sense of purpose. Which has ripple effects, like the ripple effect in the center of the stone circle card. It ripples out into the world, having the positive effect and touching everything and everyone in the way it's supposed to, enriching not just yourself but everybody else and everything else, and just really bringing in those higher vibrations collectively. Atatati takaka katatati takaka akatati takaka akatati takakati takokokoko akatatata akatati takaka tokokoko akatatati takakaka akatatata kokokokoko akatati takakakakakokoko. So that alignment of the heart card, the justice card, so the face on that card, I see that superimposed as the face of Ryoyo, and almost like we're zooming in on it via Ryoyo, that justice, that truth, that heartfelt alignment, and that balance coming in. When the balance comes in, it activates health and well-being as well. Atatatata titakaka totokoko akatatatata akatatatata akatata. I'm seeing all those flowers with glowing with luminescent cosmic colours as we access the codes through that portal. Akatatatata, and bring them into, ground them into the earth and into the earth grids, where they're having an effect in the real world, the real physical world, the material world. I'm getting the voice again, that voice, and I also feel like there's potentially a voice activation for those of you ready to receive that. You may have your divine voice activated, you may feel truth being spoken through you, or even healing frequencies like light language or chants or mantras or sounds. Akatatata titakaka tokokokokokoko akatatata akatatata titakaka tokoko akatatata titakaka akatatata akatatata titakaka kokokokokoko akakakaka. Yeah. So I'm feeling again those butterflies moving forward now. It's like there's that movement forward. We've released more of those things holding us back. We've accessed the keys and the codes from our desire and our hope and our dreams and our roadmap that were seeded in us. And we're remembering what it feels like to be nurtured and protected and free, and we're carrying that higher and creating, having re-accessed those very important codes. Yeah, that's the conclusion. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Right. So yeah, some of you may feel voice activation. You may also just get clarity around what's true and what's not. You may feel it. You may go to say something, and as it's about to come out your mouth, you might say, that's not true, that's not true. I can feel that's not true, and reevaluate it. You might feel changes in your body as you release density, release anything that was holding you back, releasing lack of motivation or thwarted dreams or fears of not being able to be successful in it. So really do listen to your bodies. As you receive codes, you may need to rest, you may need to drink a lot of water to move that through. And the things, those blockages, they might come up for you to see. Those untruths and things out of balance might come up for you to see. So just bring the love into them and let them move out. Just understand they're moving out. They're up so that you can see them. Once you can see them, you can let them go. That's all. You don't need to deal with them or anything like that. Just reflect, understand, send love to them, move them on. Blessings, everybody.